Hey guys, what's up? It's Daniel with TrailOfMountain.com, and today I'm testing and reviewing and unboxing the Vecino. This is an action video light, basically an adventure activity camera light, whatever. It does have 600 lumens, and it's designed to work with a GoPro or pretty much just shooting video outdoors at night or in really low light situations. So I'm gonna get out of the box and I'm gonna show you why it's cool. So if you guys want to go check out the website, here it is right here. It's activeallbright.com, and this is the Vecino Adventure Action Light. So I'm going to get it out of the box here. First thing, we have a little quick start guide. It kind of goes over the modes, the features, and all that stuff. And then you have a little micro USB to USB charging cord. You have a little adapter, and this is what you're going to use to actually mount the light to the other side of your GoPro. And they also give you this really long GoPro screw. You get a charging dock, USB plug-in charger, and then here's the Vecino itself. There's the little charging tabs right there. There's how you would mount it right on the side. And there's your two lights. It does have a spot and a wide beam. So your bottom button here is your on off, and that's your brightness mode. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn one of my lights off. I'll just turn this one off here. And then you turn this guy on. So you push and hold it for about 4 seconds. You know what? I'll turn this other light off too. So the bottom button here is gonna go through all the different light modes. So there's your both on. You have your wide beam, you have your spot, which is pretty cool, and then you have both. And then you hit this button right here. This button goes through and cycles the different brightness levels. So you go back to, like, say, a wide beam, and then I'll just go from here, and you can kind of see it on my hand. The different brightness levels that you can go. That's the wide beam. I go back to the spot, and you can tell just behind me here, just the different light output modes. Now there's both, and then now you have wide. It's pretty cool. This thing does have a 600 lumen output, so it's really, really bright. When you hit this button on the bottom, push and hold it for 4 seconds, and the light will turn off. Simple as that. So the way this thing charges, right, you have your charging dock, which your micro USB plug goes right here. It kind of just sits flat on the desk. You would take your light with these two tabs right there, make sure they connect to these little connections right here, and it kind of just sits on it just like that. And while it's sitting in place on its little dock, it'll charge. And this little thing right here will light up. So when this thing is on the charger and it's at 100 to 70%, this thing will be solid green. From 70 to 30%, this light will be solid orange. From 30 to 20%, it'll be solid red. And if it's flashing red, it's 10% or less on the battery. It does have a 3000 milliamp battery built into here too, so it does have a substantial amount of weight to it. So the guys over at activeallbright.com were nice enough to send me the Vecino helmet mount too. So this is a GoPro adaptive helmet mount, and I'm not going to get it out of the packaging, but you can use this to mount your Vecino light or your GoPro to your helmet. So thank you very much to them for sending this out to me. That's a great little gift, and that's also available on their website too. Not something you would want to like mount to a helmet per se, but if you're shooting video outside and you had like a little, like a handheld camera stabilizer kind of thing, and you were shooting video at night with your GoPro, that would be a great way to do it. Also too, we're gonna get this thing outside. I'm gonna show you how bright this thing really gets, and I'll shoot some video with my GoPro using this. The way this thing mounts is a little tricky. As I said, you have this long thumb screw, and you have this little adapter right here, and this adapter has this little nub on the end, and if you see the side here, you have your screw hole, and then you have the nub. So it's gonna sit in just like that. That little nub goes on the hole on the right, and then it kind of sits just like that. Now what happens here is you have your, say, a regular GoPro pole. This is a UK Pro pole. What you want to do is you first want to get this little this little nut off the end there, and that's where your little adapter is going to go. It's shaped just like that, so it fits right in there. You want to try to keep it as level as possible. So once it fits right in there just like that, then you want to mount your GoPro. I have mine right here, just in the regular mount, just like that. And then you want to take your long thumb screw, put that through, and that's going to come through this mount here. Get a little closer just so you can see. And that's what's going to mount into the Vecino light here. So you just line up that little nub. And then now you have it all set up and ready to go. So pretty cool that it's, you know, set up this way. It will, it is a little awkward because of the way it sits, and you kind of always have to have this little offset, because if you turn the camera is fine, you could turn that, but the Vecino stays put. You can't really move it because of the way it's set up. That's kind of a downfall to me. Just as, you know, setting this thing up. So this thing does have some weight to it. So if you're going to use a pole, that would be what I would recommend. These little handheld guys right here are great, but because of the way this thing is set up, your light is going to be either facing too far down or too far up. So it's a little bit of a downfall in my opinion, just the way that they have this thing set up. Now, not a big deal, but that is the only way you can actually mount this light, okay? It doesn't have a regular GoPro mount or another universal mount like some other lights that I've tested before. That being said, for what it is, if you're shooting like selfie mode like this, or if you're gonna flip it around, you can flip it the other way, and I'll show you what I mean. So I just flipped it this way, and you can tell that even though it's still about as straight up and down as you can go, if I added on a little mount here for the GoPro, I could extend this out a little bit, and that would give me a little extra turn. But the Vecino is pretty limited on where it could actually move. But that being said, we're still going to get it outside, and I'm going to show you what the benefit is for using a light when using your GoPro. GoPros are not known to have the greatest low light capabilities. This is a Hero 3 Black, but we're going to get it outside, and I'm going to show you why it's beneficial to use a light when shooting with a GoPro. The battery that's in here is a 3000 milliamp battery. Okay, now this thing has about an hour and a half runtime, and I've tested it on high. It lasted for just under an hour and a half. I got like an hour and 18 minutes. So not a big deal. It still lasted a pretty good long time, about as long as a GoPro battery, or you know, maybe a little better one. So it also has Cree LED bulbs in here. So they did actually put quality bulbs in here, which is nice. This thing is also waterproof to 60 meters. On the actual lights themselves, on the wide, it has a 90-degree angle. On the spot, it has a 22-degree angle. So there's multiple options depending on what you're shooting. If you're shooting really far away, or you're shooting up close and you want a broader beam, then if you're shooting like far away, or if you're shooting up close and you just want to spot right where you're shooting, that would be beneficial. So we're gonna get this thing outside, as I said, and I'm gonna show you how bright this thing really gets. Okay guys, so I'm recording with my Hero 3 Black, and you know, it's pretty dark out. You can't see a thing. So I'm gonna turn on the Vecino light. All right, so now we're using the Vecino light, and this is like a little youth baseball diamond. And there's the spot. And there's both. Change it up. There's your wide beam, high, low, and medium. And then you have both lights, okay? And this is pretty good because this allows you to really put a bright beam on whatever you're shooting at night. That's pretty substantial. I mean, it's pretty bright. You know, there's no adjustments to it when it's on high with both lights on, but still pretty good. And then there's your wide beam, and then there's your spot. It's just, as I said, it's like a little small baseball diamond right here, youth baseball diamond. And holy crap, there's a freaking skunk right there. I don't know if you can see that. That's a skunk right there. Well, that was pretty crazy. Never know what you might run into out here. I'm just glad I didn't get sprayed. Alright, so I have it on the wide beam right now. And the wide beam's pretty cool. There's your spot beam. And then you hit it again. And now it's on both. So if I went back to just the wide beam, right there, which is the beam that's on the top, I use the top button here, as soon as my finger gets out of the way, and then you can cycle through. High, low, medium, and then high again. And then you can switch between the spot and the both, and then just the wide. So, pretty cool. Definitely casts a nice little beam on whatever you're shooting at night. I just wish the angle was a little different. Okay guys, so that's my review of the Vecino Action Video Light. This is available on activeallbright.com. Here's their website. It's also available on Amazon. I'll have the link down in my description box below. If you like my review and found it informative, you want to get one of these for yourself, make sure you click on that link down in my description box below and make your purchase. When you do, it helps support my YouTube channel. Another way to help support is to click on that I button right up there. When you do that, you could donate any number of dollars, and that's going to allow me to produce higher quality content to give back to you. So I really appreciate all the help, love, and support you guys have shown me over the past couple years. If you guys have any questions or comments at all, please leave them down in my description box below, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. Also, too, please like, share, and subscribe. Here's the like button right down here. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up for me. That would be great. And subscribe. It really means a lot when people subscribe to my channel and like what I have to say about the gear that I'm testing. So, thanks very much for tuning in. Please keep checking back for more gear reviews, gear talk, outdoor-related hodgepodge, and giveaways. Take care, guys. Get outdoors.